Hey Bangton, trying to get my camera set up here. Whoop. See how that looks. Might be too close, I don't know. If we got sound, let me know. Just gonna check my camera right now. See what up. Thank you. Just watching the advertisement just to get into the stream so that I can check the angle and everything. Adjust it if needed. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty centered right off the yip, so that's good. All right, let's just fucking leave it like that. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I guess I'll start by saying, do my plug. I'm an ambassador for JFlowers Qs using the JFlowers BRKR breaker, the JMPR jump Q, and the JF 2023 player with the SMO shaft. If you're interested in any of these products, check the link below in the description, and that'll let JFlowers know I sent you, and they'll take good care of you. So, thank you so much. Today, I'm going to do a little bit of 8-ball, and I'm going to try to do some walkthroughs. So we're gonna break the balls. We're gonna play Ghost. We're gonna break the balls, and then I'm gonna try to explain my plan, the entire run out, and see if I can execute it without deviating from plan A, which is gonna be very difficult because a lot of the time I end up on plan G. So let's see how it works out. Wish me luck. Okay. Yeah, all right. I don't think it's as hard as the gauntlet, but let's see. So I got low ball or I got high ball. With the low ball, I got the difficult 7. Everything else goes. 2 ball goes, 4 ball goes, 1 ball goes in here and here. 6 ball goes, it's a perfect last ball for the 8. 3 ball goes. The only thing is the 7, so could easily break that 7 out using the 5. But we got to make sure that we knock it into a place where we can make it, and we also don't interrupt the 3 ball. Or play the 3 ball first and then play the breakout. Right? What about stripes? With stripes, you got that 11 ball tied up, and you have kind of a tricky positional play on this 13. You got to play the window here, or you got to play the short side over here. Just looking to see if the 14 goes from this side, and it does. So the thing I like about high ball is I could play a breakout here, touch the 7 ball, and that'll open up the 11. I'll have potentially a shot on the 14, the 9, or the 10. All right? So if I was a betting man and you wanted me to call all of my shots and all of my kisses, I would say I'm going to play the 12, break out the 7, then I will play the 14, so I will go 12, 14, 15, 9, 10, 13, 11, and 8 ball. That would be my plan. So let's see if I can execute. Completely dry, haven't shot a single ball since Saturday. The 14 and the 15, right? And then we're playing for the 9 ball next. So now 9 up in the corner, and then I use this 10 ball to get my window on the 13, right? Then we got to come back to the middle of the table and then play the 11 and then the 8. Honestly, I was hoping to get straighter on the 11, but see if we can come out for it. Okay, so thanks for joining the stream, everybody. it doesn't get any better than that, so I think I should just shut her down right now. What do you guys think? No? Carry on? All right, let's do some more. That was an impressive first track, thank you. I didn't think I'd come out guns a-blazing like that, but I'll take it. I was a little worried on playing that window there, though. I didn't get quite as nice on that ball as I wanted. But okay. Okay. Now, this one's so nice, we should just play it without a ball in hand. Okay, I'm gonna play, the 14 goes by, but it's tight. And because this 12 ball is blocked from each corner by the solids, that's leading me to take solids, right? Because the solids all go, as you can see. So for this rack, I like to take pretty natural paths if I can. I don't want to deviate from the natural. You ever play someone that's like, I mean, they're good at potting the ball, but they're not amazing positional players, and they just, you leave them a shot and it just seems like all they have to do is roll in the ball and they run out. And all you're hoping is that they just have to play one positional shot. Like, you know, like they just need to stroke in one ball, but it just, the way the balls are laying, it's just, all they have to do is shoot them in. This is kind of a rack like that. So the way I see this rack is the 3 ball coming over for the 6, playing the 6 for the 2, playing the 2 for the 1 for the 7 in the side, then the 5 in the corner, the 4 in the corner, and the 8 in this corner. So the cue ball will go like this, here, then here, then here, then here, off the rail, shoot the 7, play the 5, roll the 4 in, and shape on the 8 in the corner. So that's how I see this rack. And it's pretty natural. See if we can do it. We missed our first ball that time. We got too much spin. We didn't come above the 6 like we planned, right? So there it is. Now we're already on plan B. Okay, so the thing about that shot and why I played that particular shot is because I have 3 other options if I don't end up where I want on that ball. So it's not too bad. We can still get out from here on plan B. Okay, so plan B is going to be shoot the 7 in the side, use the 1 to come up for the 6. And the reason why is because I like this 2 ball over to the 5. That's my key shot, is getting nice on the 5 because the finish is all there. And since I'm taking out my previous ball I was going to use to get on the 5, I need to come up with a new one. So the 6 lay is pretty natural to be able to pot it in, give me the right angle on the 2 to come off the cushion coming towards that 5 ball. So that is what makes me want to play the 7, then the 1, then the 6, 2, 5, 4. But I got to grab a little bit of a shorter cue here. Let me see if I can reach this. It's just a little too tight, so I'm going to just grab my short cue. Remember, we still haven't missed yet. I mean, we're on plan B, but that's not bad. We got the first rack done in plan A. Like I said, a lot of the time I'm on plan G by the time I'm finished. So plan B wouldn't be too bad if we could pull it off. So that gives me a pretty good angle to just come up for the 6. 1 cushion. Now 6 to the 2 to the 5, right? This is my line. I want to be on this side of the line, so when I pot it, I'm naturally coming towards the 5. Pretty easy to do, just want to make sure I'm off the rail a little bit. Not bad. Could have hit a little harder. Now, I've landed kind of funny here. I left myself more of an angle than I wanted. So I have 2 options. I can kind of jack up a little bit and bring it towards the 5. And if I bring it too close to the 5, I'll still have the 4, right? Or I can play some check side and try to come 2 rails back to the center. But that's risky because if you underhit it anywhere from here off the rail and back to here, which is a distance of this much, if you hit it anywhere in there, you're landing pretty tough. So I think the right answer is to still try to bring it towards the 5 ball. Okay, I got a little too much bottom into that one. And I hooked myself. So now, well, we're technically still on plan B, but it's not working out the way we want. So let's pull the jump cue out here and see if we could pull out a little jump. Thing about this jump is it's going to be hard to hold it. We're going to lose the cue ball, so we'll hit it at a decent speed and hopefully bank off the rail and back out. Or if we overcut it a bit, we have a good chance to actually hit the 4 towards the corner, maybe even make it and get shape on the 8, who knows. Or if we hit a little thick, we might stop short side, because it does still go by the 13. So let's see. I mean, making the jump is just asking a lot, so I'm not too concerned about the position. I just really want to make the jump. But I think the position is natural if you hit this well. Yeah, I made a good contact, but I hit it too thick, so we lost that rack. That went from the easiest rack in the world to plan C to failure. Okay, it's still 1-1. We'll do a race to 7. Yeah, that was kind of disappointing. Anyone who tries to do a live stream and explain what they're doing knows that just talking through a rack makes it a lot harder to, you know, you can't get into a flow. You're explaining what you're doing. So it's really good for your patience to do that. So here we go, rack number 3. One thing is I feel like I'm breaking decent right now. That last break was really nice. Another decent break. Huh, okay. So it's a little bit of a tricky rack here for strikes and for solids, really. Because the 8 is blocked by the stripe. So you'd need to break out the 8 if you were solids. If you take stripes, this 14 is a good key ball to play for the 8, because once you get these other stripes out of the way, you know, you're all right. So let's see here. We have this stripe way out here. Man, I'm trying to think of a plan here that's going to work. All right, I'm going to take high ball. I'm going to shoot the 13, then the 9. And then I'm going to shoot this 15 all the way up into the corner. Bring my cue ball all the way down for this 12. Play the 12. The key is to land nice and straight on this 14 or just off straight. Shoot the 14 in this corner, the 10 up in that corner, and then the 8 over here. So that's what we're going to try to do here. So it's going to be 13, 9, 15, 12, 14, 10, 8. Might be a little bit of a weird pattern, but I think that's what works. Okay, I'm immediately offline here. I wanted to be a lot straighter so that I could roll this down to there. I'm too much angle here, too much angle. So I'm still going to play the 15 up there, but now we're technically probably going to be on plan B because I'm going to roll it in and try to come into the 10 ball with the cue ball. And then we'll go from there. I missed the 10 ball. So now the key is getting from the 14 zigzag up to the 12, 12 to the 10, 10 to the 8, right? This is a tricky shot. Has to be played fairly well. Just past the side pocket. And we scratched. So that's 2-0 for the ghost. Just try that shot again. Because this is about practice, right? Yeah, that's what I was worried about. It's really tough to play in between. I'd almost be better off trying to play underneath this 2 ball like this. Just really get under that cue ball with a little bit of outside and try to get under the 2. With a lot of side, I could even get into the 1 ball. So, yeah, that didn't really work out. So I'm 0 for 2 now. But I think the plan would have worked. Had I been nice and straight on that ball, that would have worked out. Thing about 8 ball that I love that SVB pointed out one time was to be good at 8 ball, you got to pick a plan and you got to stick to it as best as you can. The more wishy-washy you are, the harder it is. You have to pick a plan, and stick to it. That's how you're going to be successful at 8 ball. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Well, if I lose, I'll be surprised. I'll blame it on the talk through because I generally beat the 8 ball ghost. But to talk through the racks is harder. But it's good for the patience. Okay. If this 5 ball goes, I think solids are the way to go. It's really close. But I think I could squeeze the 5 through. So 5, 3, 7. Five, 3, 7. This 4 is kind of tricky. Five, 3, 7, and we'll play for the 4 in this corner. And if we don't get it, our backup plan will be the 2. I think that's what we'll do. So 5, 3, 7 to the 4. If we make it, then we go 4, 2, 1, 6, 8. So let's try that. We'd like to be just off straight on this 3. I wasn't able to draw it back. I needed to draw it back a little bit, but I was really focused on making that because it was really tight. I might still be able to get that 7, play top spin and come across for the 1. See if we can do that. Ah, shit, you know, I don't even know if I can hold it. Let's try. Oh, so gross. This is gonna be tough, man. Fuck it, I'm just gonna try to make, I'm gonna go on plan B here. I'm just gonna try to make this 7 because I'm just really jacked up here. Can't really do much with the cue ball. Alright, so now plan B. 1 to the 6 to the get the 4 out of there, right? Or we could play the 2 ball. And then that opens the pocket for the 4. 2, 6, 4, 1, 8. Play the 2, come under the 6. Play the 6 up for the 4. Right? Get up there. Okay, plan C. Frustration's starting to set in. Now we gotta bank the 1 ball. And up for the 4 to the 8. Looks like I'm striking them just a little bit light right now. And the 8. Okay, so it's a bit of a roller coaster, but a win's a win. Maybe that was plan D, I don't know. That might have been a plan D run out. It's been worse. Like I said, I get up to plan G, so plan D is not too bad. You'll notice a key thing. I'm not making it on plan A or B, not because of my plan, but because of my execution and my positional errors. And you'll find that's what's really gonna hurt you in 8-ball. You got a little bit out of line, now you gotta find a whole new way. You know what I mean? All you have to do is get on the wrong side of a ball once and you're in trouble, or leave yourself too much angle. Like I did that one rack where I was wanting to play from the 2 to the 5. I left myself too much of an angle. Okay, so 2-2, race to 7. Here we go, rack number 5. Decent break. Bit of a cluster in the middle here, but it looks like that 15 will go where the 3 ball won't. So yeah, the 15 goes and the 3 doesn't. That's a factor, right? And all the solids go here in this corner, and the 5 goes in that corner. But the stripes, I like the stripes. The 15 might go on the side as well. It's really close. I don't think it's worth risking. We could play a breakout on it as well. But I don't like that. I don't like playing the breakouts, so I'm going to play the 11. So that will open up the 12. And then I'm going to play the 15, 14. And where am I going to put the 10 ball? I guess I have to play the 10 up in that corner maybe? Huh. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to play that, the 14. Or maybe I play it to the 10. I can't really say a plan A for sure here because I'll just call one. I want to say 11, 15, 14, then the 10. Then follow up and play the 12. Maybe 9 in this corner, 13 in the side 8 ball. Let's see if we can pull this off. It's going to take some touchy little shots here. Some real pinpoint position. The 14 now, I'm a little on the wrong side of it, so I got to come off the rail and out. Oh boy. Oh, thank God that 10 ball goes in the other corner. But man, I am on plan B now. So I overhit that. The plan was to get the 10 up in that corner now. This is getting tricky now. This is a 12. Well, we got fortunate too that the 12 goes by. So plan B is going to be shoot the 10 and stun onto the 6 ball. Play that 12, 9, 13, 8. So let's see if we could pull this off. The 6, that's okay. Still got the 12 ball. It might be plan C now. We might be on 12 and I don't know if we can hold for the 9, so we might have to come around the world for the 13 there. Just got to focus on making this 12. It's not an easy shot. And the cue ball will be coming around underneath these. So we might be playing for the 12 in the corner, or the 9 in the corner. So we're trying to play the 12, and we're trying to get the cue ball just under that 1 ball and around the 5. And if we stop here, we might play the 9. We might play the 9 here as well, or we might play the 13. But the key is to just play the 12 and get that cue ball around under that 1 ball. It's going to be a high right-hand spin ball here. Ah, we missed the shot. Missed the shot slightly, but it's too bad. Because I think we could have got out of this. Could have got out of that with some sassy spin. 3-2 for the ghost. That was close. That was close. I was okay with that attempt. The rack was very tight in those 1, 2, 3 shots, right? If you get those 3 shots perfect, the rest are easy for you. And that's a lot of the time that's the case in 8-ball. You're gonna run into like a couple of positions where you need to get just perfect. And didn't do it that time, but we were very close. So that was a good attempt. I don't feel sad about that. Missing that shot, that was a tough shot. 3-2 for the ghost. All right, next rack. You guys having fun yet? Going to depend on the rules that you play, but for me, in the leagues that I play, you're allowed to make a solid straight combo and continue shooting, right? So that's obviously going to be my first shot. Then what? Then I think I'll play for these 3. There are other ways you could play. You could play to get this one out of there, or you could play to leave this one last, because it's actually a pretty good key ball to get on the 8-ball. So there are a couple ways to look at it. So I am going to play the 5-12 combo and try to bring the cue ball, not try, I am going to bring the cue ball over here. Then I'm going to play the 10, 11, 14, 9, then 8. So this is how we do this. As Buddy Hall would say, this is how we do this. We're going to play the 10 for the 11. Right? We're going to play the 11 for the 14. Where do I want to play the 14? I'm thinking I might play to here because I'll have two-way shot. So just want to draw it up by the side pocket. Not a very good angle. Just gonna have to jack up a little bit, pop this one in. Now we got the 9 to the 8. It's pretty straightforward here. Plan A.5. I didn't play that 14 in the pocket I was anticipating. But the thing about that is that 14 went in the side, the corner, and the other corner. So I was really not trying to like go crazy in my head about which pocket am I going to shoot that in. Because I think if you do that sometimes in 8-ball, you got to just let it flow. I mean, I know if I get on that 10, I could play for the 14 in 3 different pockets, right? It's going to end up on how I end up on that ball. What angle do I have and where can I get easily? So sometimes if you micromanage too much, it's not that good either. You got to have a happy medium of like playing to a particular spot, which is great. I always say you should play to an exact spot on the table if you can. But there's something to be said about having a flow and having a zone and knowing that, you know, I shoot that in the corner, I'm going to be, what, I could be here, I could be here, I could be here. Anywhere in this zone, I'm going to have a good shot on that. And that's going to determine what pocket I'm going to play that one in. So some situations are like that. So I would almost call that a plan A run out there. And now it's a tie ball game. Okay, here we go. It's a race to 7, and it's 3-3 for me. Oh, you know what that means? We got to run out to break even now. Those are the rules I play in Ghost. If you scratch, you got to run out just to break even. Gives me a second shot at this. Okay, now because these stripes are kind of blocking the solids here quite a bit, the 3 and the 5 particularly, I think I'm going to take high ball. But if there's one shot that can change everything, it's the 6 off the 13 in the side, because that'll open up the 3. And that'll open up the solids, really. Another thing I could do, maybe, oh no, it's a little close, but I was thinking I could play the 3 down for that 6 off that. I'm thinking about this because there's a lot to think about here, actually. These stripes aren't that straightforward. But if I play the 9 first, I was thinking the 13 the whole time, but actually if I play the 9 first and get the cue ball into the 3 ball, that would be good, because then I could play the 13, 10, 12, come up for the 15, 14, and then play the 11 last. Or I could play the 11 and try to get position on the 9. Let's see here. Kind of tricky. Okay, let's take strikes. Let's go 9, 13, 10. But actually, if we play to hit the 3 and just thin it, we could get the cue ball over here. Maybe play the 11. This is going to depend how we hit this. But I'm going to try to play the 9 to the 11, but I might end up getting the 13. So let's see here. Because I'm going to play this with top. The cue ball is going to hit the 3 and then try to travel farther. And I'm hoping to get nice on that 11 ball. See if I could pull this off. I didn't quite get far enough, but you see the idea. Ooh, thank God I didn't hit it any harder. All right. Would have been nice if the 11 went over there, but it doesn't. So, we can play from the 12 to the 11. This could be a multiple plan situation here because we're going to play the 13, the 10. We're going to use the 12 to come off the cushion and up the table. If we end up nice on this 14, we may play the 14, 15, 11. But if we end up nice on the 11, we might play the 11 first, then the 14 and 15. So it's kind of going to depend how we get on this 12. End up. Looks like we got the 14. So we'll play the 14, 15, then the 11. But that was like you see how I played that shot? Now, if I stop perfect and I end up on the 11, I'll obviously play the 11. But now I got a bit of a funny angle on that, but I'm perfect on the 14. So in that shot was a very key shot in the rack, and I was playing on 3 different shots, 3 different balls. And depending how the cue ball ended up was going to depend which order I'm going to play these. The 11 goes inside and the corner, but the corner is the best positional shot, but I might be a little funny on this 15. I kind of overhit that a little bit. I wanted to be perfect, of course, right? This isn't bad though. Thing is, I feel like if I play top on this, I'm going to drift past the 8. And if I do, it doesn't go in that corner, so I'm going to be leaving myself drifting past the 8 this way. So you see, it's a really fine window to be able to play it in that corner. The other option is to jack up and punch it and try to catch the edge of the 8, pushing it towards the side pocket, and the cue ball coming off of it this way. So I leave myself something like this for the side pocket shot. Let's try for the side pocket shot. Got to hit a little more of the center of the cue ball if we can. We did rub it, but not enough. But we still did actually leave ourselves the cut into the corner. We got a big pocket with the 3 ball there, so should be okay here. Should be. There we go. Used all of it. All right. What plan was that? Plan B? I don't know what we got out. Hopefully you guys kind of learning a little bit of something, or if you have suggestions, if you see some of my obvious weaknesses in pattern play. That's just how I see the game. So I'm just sharing how I see the game, and I'm hoping to get some response, you know, some interaction from you guys, so that I can maybe see how you guys see it. Do you see it the same way I see it, or do you see different patterns? I mean, there's multiple ways to run racks, so it's like golf, right? I don't even really golf, but I understand that in golf, not everyone tees off with the same club, right? Some guys know how far their 3-wood is going to hit them to the nice position where they can hit their iron really well. You know, it's an individual game. You got to do what's best for you. You got to take the shot that's in your bag, right? So Plan B, eh? All right. Tough crowd. Plan B ain't too bad. Lost all my viewers. Nobody's there anymore watching, so they didn't like my plans. That's okay. Okay, let's carry on. 4-3 for me. Or was that? No, shit. That was a push. Damn, that was a push. Still 3-3, you guys. Because I scratched on that break, remember? It just took me so long to run that out. Oh, this 7 ball is fucked. All right. But we could play stripes. We could play the 7-10 combo, remember? And that's what I'm eyeing up right now is because the 5 ball is blocked by the 14, you know, a lot of these balls will go. So another way I could play it actually is I could play the triple combo. But I kind of like the combination because I could play a ball in hand and I could get that 7 out of the way, you know what I'm saying? And then I can pick out that 9 ball, and then these 3 all go into that corner. So let's start with that. Our plan A is going to be 7-10 combo, then we need to get the 9 out before the 12, right? That's a key shot. If you play any straight pool at all, you start to recognize that you need to get this ball out of there. So that ball becomes a high priority. I want the 7 out of the way. I don't want it to tie up the 8 ball though. So I don't want to hit it that hard, and I don't want to hit it hard enough where it causes me problems on my 14 ball. So I actually just want to hit it hard enough so it gets out in this area. So it opens up my 11 to the side pocket. We don't want to hit this too hard, just enough to get that 7 out of the way and play shape on the 9. Just like that, just a little touch. All right, now what we want to do here is we got to get nice and straight in on this 15 ball. Another option is to play the 9 and try to thread the needle between the 12 and 13 and come out through this window and play for the 13 next. Or sorry, the 11 ball. This is the 11. So I could try to draw here to this area into the 12 and play the 15 next, or I could play off the rail and try to get in between the 12 and 11 and come out. It's going to depend how well I can reach the 9. See how this feels. Okay, I actually feel like threading the needle here. Feels pretty good. Okay, we did that, but we kind of jostled things up a bit. So now we're on a plan B, right? Now we're on a plan B. So we got this 14 ball, which was our kind of getaway ball. We can use it to get back into this rack, right? I can run the 13 now, but I like to be nice and straight on that 13. So right now I'm thinking about how do I get on this 12 ball. Now if I could play this 14 and come right down this area here, what does that get me? It's pretty tough. Another thing is I could try to really thin it and try to come right towards the 3 ball. Surely I'll get something good if I come towards the 3. See if we could do that. Thin cut with some spin. Oh my goodness. What the frick was that, man? That was actually a tricky shot. That's a loss there, but that was actually a tricky shot to try to get that. Yeah, see? Because I was trying to really cheat the pocket. Kind of like that. That was the idea. Anyway, that didn't work out, so 4-3 for the ghost now from a good rack. And basically when I decided to thread the needle, that wasn't my first plan. My first plan when I looked at it was like, play for that 15. So again, going back to SVB, if you have an original plan, try to stick to it as much as you can. And had I done that, not explored trying to thread the needle there, maybe I would have ran out that rack. We'll never know. 4-3 for the G. All right. Nah, I think I just overcut it, dude. It wasn't the shaft, it was just a bad shot. Okay, so we gotta run out to break even now. That's a scratch. So looks like a tough ball here is the 5 ball for stripes or for solids, and the 13 for stripes. I don't mind taking the 12-13, but the trick is this 11-14 is kind of tricky, man. And with solids, I mean, I don't mind the run out, but I gotta play a combination 4-2 combo is the shot. So whatever, let's try that. I think it's easier than trying to, like, I could get the 12-13, but my problem is once I get those two out, I gotta get a good angle on the 11, and then I gotta come back around and try to play a window or something to get that 14. Do I do that? I mean, I don't know. Let's try that. That was my original plan, and like we said, we just finished saying, try to stick to your original plan as much as you can. So the original plan is 12-13, 10 ball come across, 9 ball come out for the 11, and then use the 11 either zigzag or inside juice to come up for that 14 and the 8. So let's see if we could do this. That is my plan. Nice and close to it. I'm looking to see where I need to be. I need to be in this area here to make the 8. So don't want to hook myself behind the 7. So I'm going to play this 2 cushions on the cue ball playing to the center of the table there. That's a safe place to be. Now we got that 8 ball. That was just to break even, man. I keep running out to break even. almost changed my plan there again. See, if you see a plan, stick to it. Try to execute it if you see something that you believe will work. Still 4-3 for the G. Are you freaking kidding me, man? I got kicked in. I gotta hit that brake harder so I'm not flirting with the side pocket. I took a little bit off of it because I bounced the last one off the table, remember? Okay, so a little bit tricky here because the solids are dominating that corner. So easy enough, you can play the 9 to the 10 combo and play for the 15, but it still leaves you a problem ball here on the 11, see? So what do you do with the 11? You could play the 11-10 combo. And then play the 14 and come underneath for the 9 ball. So let's try that. See if we can make them both. We did, and then we're on the wrong side of the 14. All right. So we're already on plan B here now. We can play for the 15 and play on a bank on the 9. Or if we just get a good angle, we could play the 15 on the side and bump into the bottom side of the 9 and leave us a shot. So at any rate, I got to get nice on this 15 ball. So I'd like to be somewhere in there. Oh man, I way underhit it. Way underhit it. $13 doesn't go, but we might be all right here actually if we can get some forward momentum with the cue ball off of this 2. We cut the 15 in and hopefully we get an angle on the 9. We get that cue ball to roll through. We play top spin into the 2 ball here. Try to get that cue ball to continue rolling so that we could play the 9 up into that corner. That's the dream. But in this case, you got to just focus on making the 15. It's not an easy shot. So. Oh, and I would have got there too. Damn it! Oh. I gotta stop scratching on the brake, man. Jeez. That was tricky. Well, we're almost done here. If we can't turn it around now, that's it for us. Race to 7. We're down 6-3 now. Or 5-3. All right. Keep getting tricky tables too. We're not getting any like gimmies here. I see this 7-15 combination, and the 7 is got to cut the 15, so the 7 will get out of the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to play that, and we're going to play for the 10 ball after that. And depending how we get on the 10, it's going to determine how we play the rest of the rack. I don't care what, I don't really care what I'm on, what plan. Just want to frickin' run out before I lose. But if I had to pick something, I'd say 15, 10, 9. 9, 13, 14, 12, 11, 10 is what I would say. It's going to be plan B now because the 8 doesn't go here anymore. Or does it? I might still. Definitely plan B because I lost the cue ball there. Okay, out of line a couple times there, but not too bad, I would say. It wasn't too bad. At least we're still in there, still hanging in. Man, this is tough. Hard on the psyche, man. Woo! Finally moved that. was stuck there for a while. All right. Come on. Come on. Let's finish this off. Some good racks here. Come on. Okay. It's a bit of a tricky one again. Right away I look at it and it's like, you know, this stripe is messing up the solids. This solid is messing up the stripes, you know what I mean? So, I like solids here. The reason why is because I can see myself getting from the 2 and either knocking that 13 out of the hole, or, you know, playing the 1 and coming back and getting the 7 in the same pocket, something like that. I could see that happening. The 8 ball is kind of tricky though. So is there a plan for stripes? What is bad for stripes? Just the 14 ball? Because this 10 ball will go by the 1, or the 10 ball will go by the 4. So maybe it's just the 14. And if that's the case, we could play the 14 right now. And I think stripes are actually sitting better here. So if you play the 14, you get nice on the 12. You play the 12, 11. Come and get this guy out of there with a little inside juice. Shoot the 10 and come across for the 15 last. What do you think of that? I mean, I don't know. Maybe leave the 11 there, just in case. 14, 12. Looks like I messed up. First shot, I'm on plan B. Maybe this ain't so bad. So we still have the 11. We were playing for multiple shots there. So we have the 11 now. We can come down for the 13, then play the 10. Depending how we get on the 10, if we get nice and straight, we can roll the 10 in, then play the 12. So I'm going to play this with a little bottom and get the cue ball to come into that 1 ball if possible. Missed it. But I got the window, so that's all right. Now I'm going to play for my 10 ball. Pretty nice on the 10. Just going to roll it in and play the 12. The 12 and the 15 last, and I'll try to get nice and straight on the 15 here. I'll try to come underneath the 5. It's pretty natural to do that with some high ball here. Don't horn hook myself. Oh my goodness, that was close. Too much sauce. Oh my goodness. I saw that and I was like, don't do that. Son of a bitch. Man, what a way to go out. All right. That was a killer, man, and I saw that, I'm like, That's the thing, when you visualize something, you make it happen. I saw that and I was like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. Well, it did. Sure fucking did. And now the ghost is on the hill and I'm down in the dumps because I gotta get 3 in a row. Oh well, it's the way she goes, boys. Three-pack ghost, here it comes. For the win. Come on, give me some open tables. Alrighty. I like low ball here. Play this 3, then the 7, then the 4-1, I think. Ball, 1 ball, and we're going to go the 2, 5, 6, 8. Well, looks like it's going to be the 2, 6, 5. That's okay too. We'll try to hit the 5 and see what happens. We could still play 2, 5, 6 as planned. Just don't go past that. Right? Better on the safe side. That's 1. 2 more to go. Just want to get this last. Want to get this one for sure. Want to make a hill-hill matchup for sure, right? Whew. Here we go. That's 5. 6, 5 for the ghost. Come on now. Come on now. Give me a nice easy table. No tie-ups. This is actually a tricky ball. And so is the 15. So let's play the 15 out, play the 13 off the 14 and just bump it to a little bit off the rail. I overhit that, but I got away with it a bit. I could still play a combination on this 9-14. And maybe the best time to do it is now. I don't know. Plan is we got to get back here for the 8. And even though your instinct tells you this is a good last ball, it's actually not. Because if you don't get perfect on this ball, if you get too thin of a cut, you're pretty screwed. And if you're too wide this way, you're not going to stick around for that 8 ball. So it's actually not a good last ball. This 11 here is not a bad last ball. But I don't know. I'm going to get these both out of here. Then I'm going to play the combination. Whoa. All right. Now, you want to get either leave yourself basically right where I am, so I could play 1, 2, 3 rails by the 3 and out for the 8, or you want to be straight in. Because if you're straight in, like say I'm right here, I could draw back. Or, you know, I could roll. Actually, I could roll it in, and I could top spin it down from here as well. That's not a bad play either, actually, but I think probably the draw is a little better. Well, now I'm kind of in between, right where I didn't want to be. I think I can still get 3 cushions from here. So let's try that. Hurry! The line was good, the speed was not good. This is for the hill, this cut. Just needed to get into that a little more. The line was good, the speed was not. This is for the hill. It's a thin cut. Ah! All right, folks. Ghost wins. First time I lost 8-ball ghost in a long time. But it was this shot. I was just off. I need to hit it a little harder, but I was scared to hit it too hard. That was the weight I needed. But see, I hit it with so much inside. Might have been pretty good there. The other option was that I actually shied away from because it seems kind of weird. But the other option here, actually, I didn't mind was this shot. Because I should have probably played that. Because I'm very comfortable at this shot right here. Very comfortable with that one. So even though I missed it that time, I'm actually fairly comfortable with this particular shot. Again, I missed it wide. Weird. Maybe that's why I didn't play it. Something like that. Oh. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Get yourself some JFlowers gear. Click the link in the comments. Good stuff, good prices. That's about it, man. Show you guys the gear. Here it is. I'm using my extension on my breaker right now. Just smashing those brakes. Pretty good when I don't scratch. And this is the JF 2023. So, pretty awesome. Pretty cool, man. The breaker, jumper, this thing's got a leather wrap. They have red ones now. I got the blue set, the wrapless blue. And the jumps are a 3-piece. Oh, I can't even undo it. Sorry about that. There you go, it's a quick release, right? My breaker, these are all 3/8 DSMO here, 12.5, 3/8 with DSMO, right? JFlowers. Using the How Titan Hard. It looks like I could use a bit of a shaping. It's pretty flat right now. So, but I've been playing with it since I installed it, and that's my brake, and I have it very flat on purpose, and that is a bulletproof tip on there. It's not the standard tip that comes with it. This is the standard phenolic on the 13.8 millimeter shaft for jumping, and I don't recommend ever changing it because it is freaking amazing, man. That jump cue is something else. But As always, thanks everybody for tuning in, and have yourself a great night.